Hey everybody, it's Todd. I'm here in southern New Hampshire, back at you again with a little bit of history today. Uh, Something I learned new. I didn't know about these and thought I'd share what I found out with you guys. I'm going to try and keep this short because apparently I had to redo this video, so I gave it another try and my camera shut off on me, so I must have went too long or whatever. So I will try and shorten it up. So I got turned on to these stone chambers in Vermont, southern Vermont, Windham County, Putney, Vermont. Um, they're ancient stone chambers. Looks like from what they've been able to ascertain that they date back 2,000 years. They have found, I did some research. I had a customer at work that had mentioned him to me. Nice fellow. I hope I get to see him again at work. Catch his name, chat with him some more. I hope you're watching as well. How you doing? And I found a blog, a website, called Obscure Vermont. Brought it up on my tablet, my Christmas present that I got. It comes in pretty handy. I like it. And it's Obscure Vermont, Stories of Vermont and Vermonters. And it was, the blog was written, the article was written on November 6th, 2013 by Chad Abramovich. Just wanted to put out my sources there. Plus, I will probably be mentioning as well the History Channel show called America Unearthed, hosted by Scott Wolters, who does a lot of research into things like these and other American history mysteries. And he does a good show. It makes you think, have we really been taught everything about American history that they teach? And I don't really think we've really, learned everything about American history, and I don't think we've really discovered all the history of America either. So, with that being said, these are stone chambers around. They estimate that throughout the whole state of Vermont, there's about 200 of them or so, and maybe more that are no longer intact. And so, there's the concern of preserving these sites for further study, so they don't get destroyed by construction or farming. I'm a little on the fence about the farming thing. You work with the farmers to work around them, if they're expanding their fields, whatever. Because I come from a farming family, so I kind of understand the farmers' needs as well. So he doesn't give the exact location of these. He writes about these, that were found around Windham County, which was where Putney, Vermont is. There's some around Putney Mountain. I think they found one or two, he said, in Killington. They did have one that collapsed in on itself because the exact location of it was given, and some young people went up there, fooled around with it, took a stone out of the wall, ceiling, whatever, somewhere in the chamber, and it wound up collapsing in on itself into just a big pile of rubble after they left or got, stepped out of the chamber. So that's one of the reasons why he doesn't want to give locations, because they might get destroyed or vandalized. A lot of them have been vandalized, spray paint and that kind of thing, which is a shame. It's wrong, disrespectful, and boasts ignorance, lack of um, knowledge of history or respect of history, and the significance of history, and the significance of the find, and what you know the significance of what we could be found at these sites. Um, but I like it. I like history. I love it. I still love learning about history. The biggest question about them is who built them. Native Americans have been interviewed that live in the area. Uh, you know, um, as to what they know from their history, their oral history and written history. Um, they said they did not, their ancestors did not build them, and that they do not know who built them either. So they did find a stone in one of them that had a dead ancient script on them that is called Ogham. It's an ancient Irish language. It's a dead language, unfortunately, but there is still some people that can translate. They do know it. It's just not used anymore. And it was translated as to say, and I quote from the article, precincts of the gods of the land beyond the sunset. And Mr. Abramovich says, could this be Vermont's original name? And he also states that we've already debunked the conventional unwisdom of Columbus and later the Pilgrims being the first to set foot around these parts and are continuously finding evidence of Viking settlements, so why not add the Celts to our visitor roster? I think it's perfectly rational, logical. I think the ancients had the abilities, the knowledge, the intelligence, the means, and so forth to travel here, explore here, and so forth. There's a Viking settlement that has been preserved as a living history museum up in Canada. I think it's Newfoundland. That's pretty cool. I've heard of stories of possible Viking visitations to Maine. No permanent settlements though, but they at least landed, checked it out. I'll do more videos on it, because I want to keep this short so my camera don't turn off on me again. And but I think it's perfectly logical, perfectly reasonable. Why couldn't they have come here before the Pilgrims and before Christopher Columbus? And this is no disrespect to the Pilgrims or Christopher Columbus and what they went through to achieve what they achieved, their significance, their sacrifices, the sufferings that they went through to accomplish what they accomplished, to explore what they explored, and so forth. But after some research, watching some good history documentaries about it, reading this blog, and so forth, it's had me thinking that I don't, yet we've, Native Americans, Native peoples were here before Columbus and the Pilgrims, but I don't think they were the first Europeans here. I am thinking that, from what I've been learning, the Vikings could have been here, ancient Celts could have been here because the Ogham, they found stones in other parts of the United States that have Sanskrit etched on them, and other, hieroglyphs and things like that. So I think the possibility is there. I think it's pretty cool. I wanted to share this with you guys, and I might do another video talking about this too, because there's the theory that when the downfall of the Knights Templar and they were being hunted down, that some of them escaped and traveled here to America because of certain symbols, signs, other things that have been discovered that relate to the Knights Templar. So it's another possibility too that could have happened, you know. So I just thought I'd share this, little, I guess you could say, history lesson. I would love to see him in person, possibly. I don't know if I'd be able to. Would have to give that some thought. He does put some really good pictures on his blog. I recommend reading this blog on Obscure Vermont. It was a really good read. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the pictures. Like I said, the craftsmanship, the size of the stones, everything. I don't believe they're root cellars. The state of Vermont Archaeological Society, Historical Society, and state archaeologists and state historians believe they're just a couple 100 years old. The early colonists and so forth, and and up into the 19th century, that they were just built as root cellars. But you don't go into that kind of detail and so forth to build just a root cellar and use those size stones, have them lined up perfectly with the east and with the sun, so the sun shines in at a specific spot and angle. You don't do that for a root cellar. And there was no 19th century mortar found or 19th century bricks or anything in these chambers. They're all stone without mortar, and they are still standing, still fixed. Some of them are a little bit more fragile than others, but they're still there, still standing. And so I don't agree with I agree with him that I don't agree with the state of Vermont Historical Society that they're only 200 years old, because they've just like a site in Connecticut, and they also did some carbon dating at one of the chambers here in Vermont, and looks like the results, test results, they date back to 2000 BC. So that kind of makes you think, right there, of the possibilities. Pretty neat, pretty cool. Well, I'm going to end it on that. I just wanted to tell you guys about them. Some cool local history, some fascinating local history, and and a bit of a mystery. Who built them? Why did they build them? Was it for burial chambers? Was it for religious purposes, or both, or what? Some of them even have chambers built under the main chamber. There's chambers built underneath those chambers as well. So what were those extra chambers for? Good question. So, ended on this. If you like the video, the topic, again, I recommend the blog that is Obscure Vermont, and the article is written by Mr. Chad Abramovich. Check it out. I found it by just typing in stone burial chambers in Putney, Vermont. There is another one on there too. Like I say, that came up on the search engine at Northland something about Vermont and similar stone structures and so forth. So check it out. And if you like this video and you want to see more, I'm gonna do more history stuff. I'm gonna figure out my camera. because if I want to do longer videos, I got to figure out why it's cutting me off all of a sudden. So, hit that thumbs up button down below if you like my video. And also, I want to hear about what you know about these things in the comments down below. Do you have any? Have you heard of these before? Do you know anything about them? That kind of stuff. Let me know in the comments down below. I would love to read about what you know about them, your knowledge of them, what you think they're for, who do you think built them. Give me some comments about it. I'd love to see comments in the down below, and be nice and respectful in the comments below. I always ask that. And I just want to say thank you to everybody so far viewing my videos. Thank you everybody for viewing them. Thank you to my 12 subscribers. I would like to ask everybody to please subscribe. I would love to get more subscribers. I would love to get more people viewing my videos. I am going to work hard at improving my videos. It's a work in progress. Be patient with me. I'm not giving up, even though I was bummed out about not having a lot of views on my last video. I love doing these videos. I enjoy doing the research, and so forth. Plus, I got other things on my brain that I love to talk about, share with you over these videos, kind of thing. So, we'll see how it goes. Alright? But I want to thank everybody. I do appreciate you watching, viewing. I would love it if more of you would watch. Give me a like, give me a thumbs up, hit that notification bell. I would love to, so you can see more videos. Love it if you do that. I've been told that if you hit the notification bell, I'll even find out who's subscribing. I'd love to know who is, subscribing to me as well. Kind of curious on that. And hit the subscribe button. I'd love to get some more subscribers. I would love to have this channel flourish. I'd love to have some more fun with it. I'd love to have it flourish. And so hit that subscribe button down below as well. And with that, I will say good night. Have fun. Keep exploring. Keep on thinking. God bless you all. Have a wonderful evening. See you in the next video.